Yo, Apexxsolar one, man, what's up, man? Chilling with my people, man, to the left of me. Hallway time right now. We on some gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my regular shit, what I do, you know what I'm saying? Y'all follow me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm some motherfucking priest or some none of that. Nah, it's just about the brain, man. The brain is the most powerful thing you can use, and I use my brain to its full capacity, you understand me? A lot of y'all niggas out here talking about the devil, how I devil worship and all that, man. I don't know, man. What they talking about, man? Yeah, man, definitely, man.
Yeah, so we're going back to these reviews and we're going over these questions and shit, you know what I mean? But the people want to know, man, what do you mean by worshiping the devil?
I don't worship no devil. It's when I talk about the serpent, a lot of Christians or biblical people are programmed to automatically trust that the wise serpent that came over to Adam and Eve was the devil. So since I talk about the serpent, a lot of people tell me about, you know, devil worship and all that, man. But I'm gonna drop something on y'all today. I'm gonna give y'all two ancient accounts of tribes, two ancient tribe accounts, man, about certain things about death and about the devil, and let y'all know how I come to be a true deity of the Lord Amen is when you defeat death in life. Once you defeat death in life, you're ultimate God, you're ultimate everything. You're walking through life having conquered the ultimate fear, which is death. And you should be compatible or pair with fear or death, because it's just a part of your transition and your cycle. You understand? So I'm going to drop something on y'all that's going to kind of bug y'all out. And the devil, Satan, and Lucifer are three different people. That's three different beings. That's total three different things. When you're saying the devil, you're not talking about Lucifer. When you're talking about Lucifer, you're not talking about Satan, Shaitan, the one who was far from a place. So that's three different things. But anyway, I'm going to get into this with y'all right now. And this is going to be heavy for y'all to understand. I'm going to say something, kind of crack your cranium and let y'all try to figure it out. Then when I drop it on y'all, y'all will understand why I teach logic. Okay? In certain times of my life, it's logical for me to please the devil or to give offerings to the devil, and I have. So let that bug y'all out. So if that's what y'all talking about me offering anything to a devil, yes, at times I thought it was logical to, and I'm gonna drop that on you. I'm gonna let that spin in your head right now. Y'all gonna talk about me like a dog for a minute. I knew he was a devil worshiper, but no, I'm not. But I am telling you that it's logical that at some point that you offer up offerings to the devil. Now I'm gonna take y'all back to an ancient account, not a story. These are accounts. Stories and accounts are two different things. They take accounts and make them Bible stories and change them all up and lie about the actual accounts. So these are actual accounts of ancient tribes. There was an ancient tribe who loved God. They just loved God. They was positive people. They were not a part of the negation. Negation meaning the negative side. They were agreeable beings, a tribe. And they studied God and they knew God, they knew they was of God. So, if you go biblically, you know logically God would never hurt you. And they knew logically God would never hurt them. They didn't feel no need to worship a God because God is all good, right? So if God is all good, whether you're worshiping him or not, he's still a good God. So they didn't feel no reason to fear this God or to worship this God, but more importantly to fear him. Because God is all good. They can't do him wrong. So what their logic taught them was that in this universe, there does manifest evil. And if you want to put a devil with that, you can go ahead. But there does manifest evil. So these beings knew that evil would be in form of maybe Illuminati or whatever. Or they would be in the form of the planet burning. Someone destroying this planet by chemtrails or whatever they're doing. Coronaviruses. All of these things that the Bible talked about. There will be famine, disease, pestilence, and all of that kind of stuff. These things manifest out of evil. So this tribe understood that God is all good. Wait a minute. We don't have to pay our attention to God. But the devil, this evil that definitely manifests within the universe, this polarity, this negative, this positive. This negative is trying to hurt us, kill us. They want us. It wants our soul. So these beings often offered up offerings to these devils of cantinations, of rituals, of to please leave us alone. So here, take the best of what we have, but leave everything else alone. Don't hurt us. So when other people looked on, they do see this tribe offering up things to this negation, to the devil. But they don't understand the reason. They don't understand you having a store, you're an old lady, your son died, you have nobody. These mafia men are gonna come around to extort you. That's the devil. What do? To keep them at bay, what do? You offer them up money. You don't want to. You're not a follower of this demonic stuff. But the force of it is a natural force that is trying to hurt you. So you do what you can to fend that off in an offering. Here, please take 40 acres, take the mule, and just try to please leave this two acres alone for me so we can rest. Because I don't have to worry about God coming to me. These people didn't have to worry about God hurting them. So they thought logically a defense mechanism will be to give the devil or negation or negative powers or offering of whatever they thought. Like, you know how you tell a person, if you get kidnapped, you and your child, what you gonna do? Take me, not my child. I'll go with you. Whoever that evil is, you'll go with it. But you're doing it to protect a bigger cause. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're saying, I'll go with you, suppose somebody just records you right there and say, oh, such and such saying he'll go with the devil. And they didn't get the big picture. So when you hear me say, I'm offering up, I'll offer up something to the devil, it's to keep them at bay. Because I recognize my arm and power. And I don't have to worry about righteousness coming at me, like your Bible with all these polarities, and if you don't do good, God has a hellfire for you and all that. No, I don't deal in that. That's a polarity that's been given to y'all through Bibles. Y'all have a devil. I don't actually have a devil. But for the people, the tribes that understood negative energy that actually turned into a word devil or whatever for political, religious reasons, then we will use the word devil. But negation or negativity is always going to be manifest in the air along with agreeableness and positivity. So these beings thought it was fit to give offerings to this devil, to this demonic spirit. And the offerings was a ritual of take what we have, take us, take our souls and leave our children. Because you're going to do your job. Negativity is going to do its job. So they said, why would we worry about God? God is us. We love God. That's why we're righteous people. That's why we do good. And to some people, that's going to may say, well, if you're a person of God, God might protect you from this. What I'm talking to you about is nature. Disagreeableness and negativity comes in with nature, just as positive and agreeableness comes in with nature. Things that's just going to already happen. Car battery have to have a negative side and a positive side. Not cut off the negative side and see where you're going. You get a devil and all that in religion to offer you a rival, offer God a rival for winds, for things that's just going to happen, for forces that's just going to be put in place. So that was the logical reason that this tribe, these ancient tribes, offered up worshiping, the devil, or not worshiping, gave offerings to the devil. It got misconstrued as worshiping. No, it was just offering him up, keeping him at bay, just the way someone comes to extort you, and you pay them. You pay that extorter, because you know he's going to have your windows broke or whatever. You ain't going to call the police. You don't want no further trouble. So suppose somebody look at you and say, why are you teaming with them? You're not teaming with them. You're doing you're getting the best deal you can for yourself and your family, not to have to snitch and become witnesses, knowing they're going to get killed. And think of what I'm saying. So any of you in life that use negativity or evil, if you want to say devil, that's the devil. Or just say you exercise negativity at some point. Some of you are even Christians. Y'all say, I wouldn't tell you what's on my mind, but I'm a good Christian. You know, that little bullshit, so you try to hold the negativity in, which you can't. You have to release your negativity. And if you want to say I release it through a demonic force or being the devil, you're right, because it ain't God. When I'm doing something to somebody, it ain't God. As long as I got children, as long as you're going to get a phone call saying somebody did something to your child, you're going to snap into a negative energy. That's the devil. So you use the devil when you choose fit. And that's what I do. If I want to, when I'm coming at your niggas to do something to you, it ain't God, I turn into a devil. And I use and abuse the demonic powers, and then I step away from it because I have no attachment to it. It's illogical to hold on to negativity. Again, if it's not, everybody that got a car sort of negative part of your battery off and then see how far you're going without negativity. You have to use negativity sometimes. You have to, in teaching children and doing everything. But you don't use it to the point where you're giving your soul to it. You use it logical, for the steps that's logical. This tribe offered up things to the devil for a logical reason. All right? Now there's another tribe that I'm going to tell you about, ancient tribe, and this is how you conquer death. It was a game. This is where basketball comes from, but it was a game. This is all when I was into reading and studying, and this is all factual things that is written down, whether you want to call it myth or not. I can take you to these esoteric writings and these pantheisms and things like that. They're not books. Okay, I deal with epics, sagas, accounts, pantheisms, and scrolls and things of that nature, Dead Sea Scrolls that get stolen and been placed into Bibles and called a book now. So once something is a book, that is not me, because we didn't burn trees to make paper. That's why you hear we was writing on papyrus or etched in stone and all that. We didn't kill nature because we are agriculturists. Only culture I'm into is agriculture. So these people had a sport, and the sport was just, if you think of basketball. Now listen to this carefully. This is how you conquer death. These how you know these people were kings living in life. Because their sport was, if you think of five men on each team as a basketball game, and it was something where they had to put let's say like a soccer ball or whatever, but it was a king, or ancient king's head they was really playing with as the ball. And it goes into the basket and you score. The winner of this event, and it's an annual event that all tribes try to bring their best teams out and try to, like, have a roster. We have a basketball tournament. You run and pay the money to go. Well, already knowing that this is the main event that goes by every cycle, the winner of this major event, this game, the whole team gets to line up and be beheaded and get their head cut off. This is for real. This is what they go in doing and playing. And guess what? Nobody plays a bullshit game. Because one of the games, just say for instance, all the team averaged 20 points a game. The star player averaged 20 points. The point guard averaged 15. Do you know in these games the point guard hit 30 and the star player went two things above what he usually hit 20. He hit 40 this game. They tried to win. Moral of this is, if you're doing something that you love to do, you can't fake it. You can't be on the basketball court letting this nigga keep stealing it for you because you want to lose. Something in you is not a loser. So these people in that cycle before civilization hit, when you was in your right mind, when you was one with the all and the all was one with you, you were death and life at the same time. They don't teach you that here. They teach you something separate, like you got to live and then die. You're living and dying at the same time. It's just a process. You're already dead. Because if you already know you're not going to be here in the near future, that's a prediction. It's like if you predict you're going to be rich, how long do you think you're going to be rich for? Everybody that gets their prediction and says I'm going to be rich, got to wind up saying one day, but I'm going to be dead at a time. So these people bind themselves with death already to sustain life. Once you bind yourself with death, show no fear, what can bother you? These were the kings of the earth. And these games, they actually, both teams, even the team that lost, they went up on their averages to show people they wasn't trying to not win. They wanted to play to the death. And when you win that game, you get to be beheaded and get your head cut off. And the winning team cheered like when the Lakers used to win. When they won, they cheered and happy knowing that they was getting ready to meet their death. This was the ancient accounts that happened that tribes used to do. And nobody, imagine us right now playing to our death. You're going to be able to block all my shots. I'm not going to try to score. But that's showing the gods, he's not ready. That's a fearful person. What are you fearing death? You don't supposed to fear nothing. So we start you off with death. Once you conquer the fear of death, imagine how those beings move through life regular without playing sports. Those were God, those were the gods of the earth. Those were the spiritual leaders. Their recreation was just certain, what we would call sport activities and stuff like that. But where we get soccer balls, basketballs from, those were heads that had been beheaded. And ancient tribes used to kick heads around. You can go to YouTube now and see all of this. African tribes still behead people. They throw the head around, all that. They don't look at that as how we got taught to look at it. Now that might be demonic. Some tribes may go too far. I'm just giving y'all this account. And when you live that way, when you conquer death like I have, you have no fear of no man sitting on this planet Earth. You already connected with that. What can you do? You can't do nothing to me. So when they go to do something to you, that force that comes out of you, your eyes, they get scared. They know not to kill that being. Mm-hmm. You got to develop that in you, where a nigga gonna know just something about I'm a killer. It was a force of my aura and everything else that you know. It's almost like you thought the bullet was gonna ricochet off you. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't worship the devil. No, you never worship no devil. Never worship nothing evil. God exists, yes. But when we into logic, like I'm sharing with y'all, we got to move logically. And this is to everybody that works, everybody that's in the streets right now. Everybody that think they're doing something wrong, you do it, and you just point a finger. Because don't tell me you never worked and got into a scam at work. Don't tell me you ain't selling little drugs to do a little something to get by. Whatever it is, you're doing evil to get by. And it's called a necessary evil. Long as it's a necessary evil, long as I can kick the door open and you're beating on a 6-year-old girl, and I look at you like, what the fuck are you stabbing this little girl for? And then you can show me she's permanently vexed with a devil. Look, she's a demon. You gave logical reason for beating on this girl. A lot of people don't hit no woman, don't hit no woman. Why? Why not? What did she do? Somebody, what you mean, what did she do? What did she do that he smacked her? Don't come to me like, no, ain't no reason to hit no woman. Ain't no reason, whatever she did. Oh, wow, phone call came in. Yo, you know that bitch set homeboy up and tried to get his house robbed and told the niggas go ahead and kill him? Now, somebody out there telling you there's nothing woman can do for you to smack her. Now, how you going to look at this dude when you hear that information? You understand what I'm saying? So things have to be done logically. I'm not into that, don't hit a woman. I will fuck one of you bitches up if you try that setup that y'all know how shiesty y'all are. You grabby bitches know you set niggas up, you do this, you do that, you push niggas pins, you do shit, you sit back, and you know the whole world is against that, with that woman live shit, but some women take advantage of that. Because you can get a call to your door, I can come to my door bleeding. The cop gonna say, are you all right, ma'am? I called the police. I might have called the police. I'm busted in the head. I open the door. Oh my God, thank you here. Are you all right, ma'am? Is what I'm going to hear. It's set up for them. So no, I'm not promoting put your hands on a woman. No, I'm not going to go back to why the Quran said make it hit to smack a woman. Yes, it did, but I don't follow that because that's crazy religion. Shouldn't put your hands on no woman. Yes, unless you have a logical reason to. Period. Everything is based on logic. You have to come back around to being a group of logical people. Or if not, then don't use logic to sell drugs and get by. Go do it the hard way. Everything y'all doing at work, y'all little scheme, little check shit y'all be doing, y'all not selling drugs, but you're doing shit. Because we hear all these stories about work. Women come home, oh, my girlfriend this, my girlfriend that. Oh, it's so hard, it's so bad at work. Why the fuck you get up and go every day? So no, don't be no devil worshiper. I will never be a devil worshiper. I'm sitting in one with the seat of army. And that's what it is, man. Apexxsolar 1. Y'all get that lesson for the day, man. It's logical that you worship the goddamn devil sometime. How else you going to defeat these motherfuckers? Huh? Wasn't there war in heaven? Huh? That means at one point, somebody tried your God, and God had an angel called Michael that warred with another group of people. God had a crew on standby. God ain't all nice like y'all think. God is an ultimate judger. Stop saying you don't want to be judges or this or that and things like that. I want people to understand you are a judger. Don't be a prejudger. But if you look at the Supreme Court justice, it's only but one black judge on this. So them Europeans know about being judges. Why they give us a religion that say only God can judge you. They must be the judges because when your children go to jail, it was a judge that judged them on their crime and sent them to jail while y'all sitting around saying, I'm not judging nobody. You judge people in and out of your life. If you think you got a friend that's not good for you, that's been doing the wrong, you think he steals for you, you just don't. When you say, I ain't fucking with that nigga no more. You judged him out of your life. You are a judge. We're gods. We're a God of judge. Don't prejudge nobody. Give somebody a chance. But yes, your ultimate goal is to be God, and God is a judge. And you judge people in and out of your life. Isn't that logical? Or you want to just stay around and you might not even want to talk to your sister no more. Sometimes you have trouble with your sister. We have trouble. We cut people off. That's making a judgment call. So don't let them hand you this, thou shalt not judge, only God can judge me. All those tattoos are fake when you say only God can judge you. No, you can judge yourself and you can judge someone else. Period. Not only because you're the God. When you say only God can judge you, yes, you, because you can judge yourself. When you're doing something wrong, when you're doing something right. When you want to sit your ass in the house or when you don't. You're making judgment calls all day. If I'm gonna fuck with this nigga, I'm gonna sell this drug, am I gonna do this? Where I wanna go work at? Those are judgment calls. So don't be a punk. Don't give up. Religion makes you give up your God power. I speak with a dictatorship. I speak what I know. You don't have to believe what I know. I still know it because I'm sure. You're just curious and you just don't know. That's why you're on the opposite side, raising your hands, asking me questions. I'm not a question asker. I'm a question answerer because I know. You don't have to believe me because I don't teach belief. Nothing I say do I want you to believe. That's the stupidest thing in the world, to want someone to believe you, and then I'll have a bunch of weak followers, a bunch of believers. Because none of y'all will be able to do what I do at the end of the day and take off all of this hill figure bullshit and put on a laboratory suit and go under a microscope or a telescope. Y'all wouldn't know what an X1 telescope is. Y'all wouldn't know what a Petri dish is. Y'all wouldn't know how to start off this first equation or experiment. Or you would have to go back into the white man, E equals mass time, what a white man figured out, and you don't know nothing about those kind of equations. You don't know nothing about Pascal math. Y'all don't know nothing about this stuff but what you've been educated to believe. So I don't teach belief. I want you to know this shit by experiment. Go out and get chemical experiment sets. Go out and get chemical sets. They're all in Target. You can change what you give to your children. Y'all want to give your children Jordans. That Jordan could have been a chemistry set. And your son or daughter can grow up mixing in colors. Go take them back to that old school shit when we had to paint. Why do you think that took that out of school? Because that was registering with children to put different color paints in front of them. And let them see you can take green paint and put it with red paint and mix it and look what color comes out. That's alchemistry. Keep doing that with your children. They're going to be amazed by that. That puts them in the engineer's seat. That puts them in the creator's seat. Not in the person that's getting on their couch looking at the news for someone to tell you what's happening. Oh, the scientists say this. The scientists, because you're not the scientist anymore. Because they changed you from being a scientist into an angel with wings into someone far away, and God is way out there, and that's where you pray to him at. And he's nowhere here. And that's what your trick has been. Because you won't dare say that you're God. But you know you're of God and from God, so that you are God. You're just not high deity. It's logical you got to have a mother and father. It's logical that if you was just wandering the earth by yourself, it would be logical for you to say, I have to be connected to something. What are you connected to? You better get connected to Soul Future, man. Subscribe. Apexxsolar 1.